Francis Bacon, also known as Lord Verulam, was an English philosopher and statesman who served as Attorney General and as Lord Chancellor of England. Wives are young men's mistresses, companions for middle age, and old men's nurses. Next to religion, let your care be to promote justice. In order for the light to shine so brightly, the darkness must be present. It is impossible to love and to be wise. Knowledge is power. There is no excellent beauty that hath not some strangeness in the proportion. Truth is the daughter of time, not of authority. The best part of beauty is that which no picture can express. The remedy is worse than the disease. He that hath wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises, either of virtue or mischief. Revenge is a kind of wild justice, which the more a man's nature runs to, the more ought law to weed it out. Nature, to be commanded, must be obeyed. What is truth? Said jesting Pilate, and would not stay for an answer. Natural abilities are like natural plants, that need pruning by study, and studies themselves do give forth directions too much at large, except they be bounded in by experience. Fortitude is the marshal of thought, the armor of the will, and the fort of reason. Hope is a good breakfast, but it is a bad supper. Many a man's strength is in opposition, and when he faileth, he grows out of use. Imagination was given to man to compensate him for what he is not, a sense of humor to console him for what he is. A little philosophy inclineth man's mind to atheism, but depth in philosophy bringeth men's minds about to religion. I will never be an old man. To me, old age is always 15 years older than I am. Men fear death as children fear to go in the dark, and as that natural fear in children is increased by tales, so is the other. Travel, in the younger sort, is a part of education, in the elder, a part of experience. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. God Almighty first planted a garden, and indeed, it is the purest of human pleasures. A man that studieth revenge keeps his own wounds green. If a man's wit be wandering, let him study the mathematics. Age appears to be best in 4 things: old wood best to burn, old wine to drink, old friends to trust, and old authors to read. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. Opportunity makes a thief. If a man will begin with certainties, he shall end in doubts, but if he will content to begin with doubts, he shall end in certainties. The job of the artist is always to deepen the mystery. We cannot command nature except by obeying her. Silence is the virtue of fools. If we do not maintain justice, justice will not maintain us. Houses are built to live in, and not to look on, therefore let use be preferred before uniformity. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Certainly, in taking revenge, a man is, but even with his enemy, but in passing it over, he is superior, for it is a prince's part to pardon. A bachelor's life is a fine breakfast, a flat lunch, and a miserable dinner. It is a strange desire to seek power and to lose liberty, or to seek power over others and to lose power over a man's self. Prosperity is not without many fears and distastes, adversity not without many comforts and hopes. There is no comparison between that which is lost by not succeeding and that which is lost by not trying. Who questions much shall learn much and retain much. Money is like manure, of very little use except it be spread. In taking revenge, a man is, but even with his enemy, but in passing it over, he is superior. Truth emerges more readily from error than from confusion. Young people are fitter to invent than to judge, fitter for execution than for counsel, and more fit for new projects than for settled business. The great end of life is not knowledge, but action. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Acorns were good until bread was found. It is as natural to die as to be born, and to a little infant, perhaps, the one is as painful as the other. The root of all superstition is that men observe when a thing hits, but not when it misses. He that will not apply new remedies must expect new evils, for time is the greatest innovator. They are ill discoverers that think there is no land, when they can see nothing but sea. But men must know that in this theater of man's life it is reserved only for God and angels to be lookers on. Studies serve for delight, for ornaments, and for ability. Friends are thieves of time. The joys of parents are secret, and so are their griefs and fears. Things alter for the worse spontaneously, if they be not altered for the better designedly. Fashion is only the attempt to realize art in living forms and social intercourse. Prosperity is the blessing of the Old Testament, adversity is the blessing of the New. Wise men make more opportunities than they find. Science is but an image of the truth. The place of justice is a hallowed place. If a man be gracious and courteous to strangers, it shows he is a citizen of the world. Nature is often hidden, sometimes overcome, seldom extinguished. Seek ye first the good things of the mind, and the rest will either be supplied or its loss will not be felt. Children sweeten labors, but they make misfortunes more bitter. The genius, wit, and the spirit of a nation are discovered by their proverbs. Knowledge and human power are synonymous.